what is more important, material success or spiritual success, and why? So that's a beautiful question. See, the point is, material, what you are calling material success, is the satisfaction of your material needs, survival needs, and something more, earning something more than that, so that you are able to give also. So this should account for material success. Now, which young man or woman would not want this? Tell me. So don't make these things two different divergent paths. Which young man or woman will not want to stand on his own feet, earn for himself, earn for his family, stabilize things in the world, and then only he will think of spiritual life, isn't it? Unless you are born with a silver spoon. Then maybe if you have the sanskars, maybe from childhood this can happen. But material success or learning to stand on your own feet and meeting the survival needs of you, yourself and your family is not a choice, it's your dharma. You must do it. I never encourage some youngsters come here trying to run away from this and that. Please don't try out all that. If you are not dutiful, you will go nowhere in spiritual life. If you have intense spiritual sanskars, God will make it possible for you to lead an intense spiritual life at some point in your life. Then grab the opportunity. So spiritual success only comes when you have been very dutiful in life. You know, the nature of the mind you develop as a result of that, it will be a pure mind. You have fulfilled your duties, your obligations. Anybody dependent on you, you have fulfilled their need. If you simply run away, your own mind will not forgive you. So be dutiful and don't think material success or spiritual success. With material success, if you make it an offering at the feet of the Lord, your material success, you will become spiritual naturally. And spirituality comes only when you have the sanskar backpack. When you are completely equipped, the body mind has become like that. Every sanskar of the mind has changed. It has become pure. Then only you will search for the purest, isn't it? So if you have to become successful in spiritual life also, you must have completed these duties. So I don't take them as, one leads to the other. Material success in this world will lead you, and finally, of course, not that you become arrogant as a result of your success. If you can maintain your balance, stabilize your mind, understand that the goal of human life is finally spiritual, not material, then naturally you graduate into spiritual life and you will attain spiritual success there. I have seen any number of cases doing this. But simply trying out of a moment of dispassion, running away here or there. You know, vairagya, the nature of vairagya is, it is a permanent thing. It is a disposition of the soul towards higher development. So don't think it is about donning a particular cloth or running away to the Himalayas. Wherever you go, your mind will go with you. Please remember this. So be dutiful, be honest, be committed, be noble at heart, be kind, be compassionate. Do what you have to do to fulfill your duties, and along with that practice spiritual discipline. Spiritual success will come. It comes to the pure hearted. No matter where you are, what you are doing and what cloth you are wearing, it will only come to the pure hearted. Remember this. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So this is the answer to your question. I don't know in what particular context you are asking it, but this is the answer I would give. How do we inculcate spiritual practice without getting distracted? You must fix your will, as I say always. See, in your homes, a whole lot of distracting factors can be there, isn't it? All around you. I remember very sincere spiritual aspirants asking me that, Mataji, that television and the internet, these are the main blocks, because if I am not running it, somebody is doing it and the influence is falling on me. How will you overcome this? See, the problem is, as I told you, in your homes, set aside a space for spiritual practice. Suppose you are not able to do that, then from time to time go into a spiritual space where you can renew your spiritual aspiration, where you can taste that stillness, the divinity of your soul. Without getting distracted. Finally, distraction, the final checkpoint is in your mind. If you allow it, it will happen. If you don't allow it, it won't happen. But to develop that very strong, intense, one-pointed state of mind, that itself requires sadhana. Because you will keep on compromising until your vairagya is fixed, until you absolutely are committed to this path. So that takes time. Until then, dive into this ambience wherever, however you can, again and again, and drink into this nectar of spiritual peace, spiritual knowledge, the inner happiness which is ever present within you. The more sanskars you create along these lines, they will counteract the sanskars of distraction and this outward tendency of mind. They will counteract all that. So actually spiritual life initially is all about creating the right sanskars for the higher spiritual life. Please try this. How many Principal Upanishads are there, and is there any sequence to be followed while going through them? So I just showed you the Principal Upanishad, even the slide. So actually they are Isha, Kena, Katha and Aitareya, Taittiriya, Prashnopanishad, Mundak, Mandukya, Brihadaranyaka and Chandogya Upanishad. Some people add Shveta Upanishad also, but that is debatable because Shveta is supposed to have, it's in the post-Vedic age. Whatever it is, 10 Upanishads have been extensively commented upon by Shankaracharya, and because we have those commentaries and those wonderful insights, they can be studied. After your meditation hours, you should study the Upanishad. I am telling you, when I would do that as a student also, I would do that. There were tears in my eyes when I would do that, because it is such a profound thing. So, is there a sequence to be followed while going through them? No. You can study it as you suddenly, if you take up, like for example, Brihadaranyaka, it's like a huge forest. So for that sake, we say you start with Isha, Kena, Katha, especially Kathopanishad, that you can study even first. You can start that way, but usually a sequence like this is not suggested. Like for some people who have done a lot of sadhana, the Mandukya alone is enough. Mandukya Upanishad is the shortest Upanishad but the profoundest. So that alone can liberate the mind. So actually sequentially there is no such study, but if you straight away dive into Chandogya or Brihadaranyaka, you will get caught up with a whole lot of ideas. You will not understand the actual subject matter. So better to start with Isha, Kena, Katha with the commentaries of Shankaracharya. You can start that way. Then there are portions of Taittiriya which will interest you, portions of Brihadaranyaka later on which will interest you. So like this you can proceed. Let's see, whatever we can, we will do in these classes. I hope you have bought the books, 8 Upanishads, volume 1 and volume 2. Then can we read holy scripture anywhere, or we have to be at specific place to read them? Well, anywhere means you just can't read it anywhere, okay? But you can read it. Try to read it after your meditative hours. Try to read it when you are in a concentrated state of mind, when there is a pure ambience around you. You can't just sit anywhere and start reading the Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes I have seen this. Kids may be reciting something while eating something. Don't do all that. So if you keep an ambience of purity, it will become a sanskar with you. For your own sake, please do it. And the scriptures are holy in the sense they are talking of something which is very elevating. So you must give them that respect. You must handle them carefully. You can't throw them. You can't keep them anyway. Handle them carefully with respect. Keep them in a particular place. Teach your children to respect them. And if you keep them in your puja room, your eyes will fall on it. everybody will be able to see what the content of the book is. So like this, use it at places where there is a pure atmosphere. How to expand awareness beyond the inputs from senses? This is only possible through sadhana. The whole problem is, even Western philosophy, psychology is studying it like this. Consciousness is consciousness of something. Awareness is awareness of something. Now if I am aware of giving this class, sitting here and doing this class, then only there is awareness. So does that mean minus object there is no awareness? You check this out for yourself and see. You don't have to believe me. When there is no object in front of you, when your mind is not invested into anything, are you aware or not? You are always aware. If you say, no, in sleep I am not aware. Sleep is called abhava pratyay. It is a vritti. When your mind closes, but awareness persists. That's why you slept. How do you know you slept? That I didn't experience anything in those hours. How do you know? You were there. Awareness is never absent. Unless I touch that awareness, I will not know this. Just now I am identified with various subtle layers of the mind. That is why I have no concept of awareness. But you will know it if you perform sadhana. In fact, sadhana is nothing but an awakening into your true being, pure awareness. So you do it systematically. That's why we use words like culturing awareness and all that. It's actually removing the density of your mind, uncluttering your mind so that the inner awareness manifests. So there are a number of methods. In these classes, we will also be studying the Vedantic methods and the other helps which are given by yoga psychology to help you manage your mind, control your mind and enter into these states of higher awareness. Because whatever has to happen in you. Okay, whether the Rishi says it or anybody says it, what does it matter to me? Unless it's happening in me. So the whole technique, prakriya is geared to make it happen to you. And you must follow it. That is why I devoted 2 classes to sadhana, isn't it? This is not the way actually Upanishad starts. Because it is supposed to be philosophical, direct insight. But considering today's lifestyle and the way our youngsters live today, this initial discipline is required very much. In our homes, in your hostels, wherever you are, these initial disciplines are required. Then gradually your mind becomes sattvic, which means clarified. Then you will understand what awareness means and how to go into it. The method will come to you by itself. But you require to really become a rishi. One who is able to capture the subtle truths of the universe. That's a rishi. It's a whole science in itself. We call it the science of consciousness. This is Vedant, Upanishad.